Hi, I'm Steve Sample with Bama Talk. Don't miss a single episode of Bama Talk Show, available now on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app, and on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.
This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Thursday, the 24th of January. I'm James Spann. A cold front coming in today, maybe a touch of freezing rain for parts of north and northeast Alabama late tonight, early tomorrow, and maybe a severe weather issue next week. Let's get in there and take a look. Some Skycam shots early this morning in the pre-dawn hours. Let's look at downtown Birmingham, looking north from the Daniel Building, downtown Jasper, and downtown Haleyville. All right, there's our big trough over the east that's still keeping that cold air coming. There's the surface look, and we've got a 1,043 millibar high up there in northern Minnesota, and you can see it's pushing a new surge of colder air down the pike, and that cold front will be settling down toward the U.S. 80 corridor later today. Demopolis, Montgomery, Opelika, and that's going to set up a big temperature split where North Alabama is going to be pretty chilly, South Alabama is going to be mild. There's a peek at the temperatures at 5 o'clock, and it's not that cold. In fact, Birmingham's sitting at 50. And even up north, we've got mid-40s. But again, that new surge of cold air is just north of the state, and that will be working its way south. So temperatures today will not change much for the northern counties. They should basically hover in the mid to upper 40s all day. And around the nation, we got some minus 30s up over northern Minnesota in the core of that cold air. All right, now on the watch warning map, we'll start locally here. The Weather Service in Birmingham and Huntsville, they have posted freezing rain advisories for those counties in purple. And this would include all of the Tennessee Valley, Cullman, Aniana, Asheville, Pell City, Sylacauga, Talladega, Ashland, Lineville, Roanoke, and Wadowee, and points to the east. Now, we all know that, freezing rain areas don't follow those county lines very nicely. But that's the advisory situation. We'll look much more specifically into this. And notice over there in northern Georgia, north of Atlanta, there is a winter storm watch for this thing. And there's the national view. That winter storm watch is also up for parts of East Tennessee, the tip of North Carolina, up into southwest Virginia. And we'll probably see that expand on up toward D.C. and Baltimore over the next few hours with those watches coming out. So that's the immediate issue, and that's for late tonight, tomorrow. And then next week, how about a severe weather threat on day 6? Day 6 is Tuesday of next week, and that includes much of Arkansas, the Mid-South, the Delta region. And beyond that, there could be a risk on day 7, which is Wednesday. But you know how this far in advance, it's kind of muddy and hard to define. But we'll look at that as we go along. This is the rain for the next 5 days, valid through Tuesday morning of next week. I don't think it rains a lot tonight, tomorrow. It should be well under 1/2 inch. Looking for snow. This is the chance of accumulating snow tomorrow and tomorrow night. The big number is northeast of here. Those are, again, that's the probability of greater than 1 inch of snow. And, of course, this is the one that interests us. This is the chance of greater than 1/100th of an inch of ice or freezing rain. And you can see how north and northeast Alabama is involved in that. The higher probabilities are over North Georgia, southwest Tennessee, over into the tip of North Carolina. All right, model fans. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at noon today. We have a northwest flow aloft, and down below that, you can see that new surge of cold air dropping in here from the north. And as we discussed, this will be a day over the northern counties where temperatures don't rise very much. In fact, if anything, they might fall. In fact, there's a look at the thermal values coming off the high-resolution NAM. And this is valid this afternoon at 3 o'clock local time. And it's showing 30s up there on the Tennessee border, 40s for Birmingham and Anniston and Gadsden, but you cross the front and you've got 60s down there in South Alabama. But that colder air settling in here today and tonight could set the stage for some freezing rain issues late tonight, early tomorrow. Now, this is tomorrow at noon. This is the big picture, the GFS. Let's get in there and get specific. This is the high-resolution NAM tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Central Time. That blue line would represent the freezing line. And let me just caution you, models don't handle shallow layers of cold air very well. And that's why the Weather Service has expanded that advisory a little farther back to the west. But it's got the freeze line from near Huntsville down to about Gadsden and Anniston and Roanoke. And the precipitation is not going to be all that heavy, but certainly anything involved where you got temperatures below freezing, there could be some bridge icing. And understand freezing rain, we say this a lot, but people still get confused. That's not sleet. Sleet, those are ice pellets. Freezing rain, it's liquid. Temperatures are at or below freezing, and objects can get some ice accumulation. And again, the main issue here, it's the potential for some bridge icing. Now, this is 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, and we start to warm up, and the freezing temperatures are confined to Jackson and DeKalb counties up in northeast Alabama. But the RPM all along has been colder. And, this model has better grid resolution, and you can't just totally discount it. This is tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, and it's got the freeze line farther west, which matches up that advisory a little better. It's got the freeze line running from Cullman to just east of Birmingham, all the way down to Auburn, with temperatures maybe in the 20s up there in northeast Alabama. And accordingly, you'll see a lot more pink on this map, which is freezing rain. So one way or the other, I don't think it's a whole lot of freezing rain, no power outages, nothing like that. But clearly, there could be some bridge icing late tonight, early tomorrow over north and east Alabama. If you're traveling, be aware of that. We should warm above freezing by mid-morning, and then after that, just rain. All right, this is Saturday. The day should be dry, seasonal temperatures, partly sunny. And by seasonal, that would be lows around freezing and highs in the 50s, and pretty much the same thing on Sunday. Sunday morning, we should be below freezing. The high should be in the middle 50s. That is, if anything, a touch below average. Our average lows here never go below freezing. All right, Monday, here comes our next issue. Big, nasty-looking trough in the west, the southwest. And how that thing lifts out will determine our severe weather chance next week, and you just can't resolve it this far in advance. It's hard enough, 1 or 2 days in advance. Down below that Monday would be dry. We start to warm up. We should reach the low 60s. Tuesday, the Gulf is wide open. Temperature is soaring. In fact, the GFS is printing a high of 69 on Tuesday. And, of course, with the Gulf open for a few days, that sets up plenty of instability and low-level moisture. And the storms you see over Arkansas, those could be strong to severe on Tuesday. And, again, you saw SPC has that area in a severe weather risk. And this is Wednesday. The trough is still positive tilt and still to the west, and down below that, we have a batch of showers and storms coming in here with a surface low over eastern Texas. And you just don't even want to go there yet. Clearly on Wednesday, there could be some strong, maybe severe storms, maybe some heavy rain. But, really until we get into the weekend, we're not going to know much about the specifics on that. Just something to watch. There's a look at the European version. It's got the surface low way north of here. And that would suggest a pretty, good little batch of showers and storms, but the main risk would be from strong straight-line winds, if that's right. And then Thursday, the rain is out, and we have colder air, maybe a hint of flurries in the backside of that thing as the cold air rushes in. We'll go into voodoo country. This is the 7th of February, and we've seen everything known to man out here. It's just the way it works in these 7 to 15-day progs. This has us in a warm sector of a storm with a surface low near Tulsa. And on the 8th, kind of a mischievous look with shallow cold air and some rain around here. But again, we're just peaking. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. This morning, we'll have notes on the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock today. And don't forget to watch us on ABC 3340 News on the live stream or the television side at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock this evening. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.
Be sure to catch the next episode of Just Talking It Up on iTunes, Stitcher, your favorite podcast app, or on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.
Hey, you forgot our names.
No.
You did. You forgot our names.
Don't be silly. I'm Janet, you're Crash, see?
She's just like a goose. She wakes up in a new world every day.